class, this is Mrs. DeGracia. Today I'm going to walk you through the lab photosynthesis and the law of conservation of matter, in which we're going to be using different colored Legos to represent atoms of different elements. First thing you're going to want to do is get out your foldable, okay? That's going to be very useful in completing this lab. And then take out your worksheet. You should use your foldable to answer questions 1 through 7. So you can kind of pause the video while you fill those out. The next thing you're going to want to do is empty out, which I'm going to do for you. We've got a bag of different Lego blocks. Again, the different colors represent different types of atoms, and we're only going to use exactly what's in this bag. Okay, we can't get any more materials. We're going to just use what's in the bag. I've got 2 little sheets of paper, products and reactants. What I want you to do is count up how many blocks of each color the bag contains and record them on your lab sheet. Once we do this, you're going to be able to determine which color represents each of the following colors that are found in the reactants of photosynthesis. Okay, so the reactants of photosynthesis are carbon dioxide and water. Therefore, the elements are actually going to be carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So we've got those 3 elements here represented in different colors. So let me just kind of sort them out by color so you can then count up how many there are each. I think I'll do this in sets of 3. So 3, 6, 9, 12. Let me do the black. There you go. And then the red, we seem to have more red here. 3, 6. Okay, move that so you can actually see everything that I have set out. So again, I've separated them by color because each color is going to represent a different type of element that is found in the reactants of photosynthesis. So I've got yellow, we have black, and we have the red. I'm going to get you started. In the equation of photosynthesis, well, let me just write out the reactants of that. If you maybe want to use your foldable real fast and look at, well, what are the reactants? Again, it's carbon dioxide and water. There's going to be 6 CO2 molecules, plus there are 6 H2O water molecules, okay? And those are the reactants. Remember, the reactants are always on the left side of the arrow, which is read as yields as. So if you just look at carbon dioxide, CO2, okay, the subscript 2 is letting you know that there's going to be 2 oxygen atoms. The C, the carbon, doesn't have a subscript below that, so there's just 1. Okay. However, we've got 6 molecules of CO2, so that means there's going to be 6 carbon atoms. There will be 6 carbon atoms. You're going to want to go through and 6 times the 2, okay, because you've got 2 oxygen. We've got 12 just in the carbon dioxide molecules that are part of the reactants. You're going to have 12 oxygen, but you have more oxygen in the water. So I'm going to let you figure out how many you would have of each. Okay. So I'm going to give you some time to figure out how many atoms of each element are in the reactants of photosynthesis, and then you're going to want to look at the blocks that we've separated out and determine which would represent the carbon, which would represent the oxygen, and which would represent the hydrogen based on the number of blocks that we have in the bag. I'm going to pause the video and give you time to complete that.